Tonight on News Prime, All Progressive Congress National Chairman urges unity of party members in Ondo State governorship election. The storms auction of seized petrol to Nigerians at subsidized rate. Senegal Prime Minister aims for overwhelming majority in legislative elections. At the sport, Victor Boniface survived car crash in Germany, lands in hospital. Hello and welcome to all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television. Coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on NICOM site. We'll begin tonight by telling you that the Manufacturer Association of Nigeria says the legal battle against the implementation of electricity tariff review is not yet over. These follow the decision of the Federal High Court in Lagos, which quashed a suit filed by the Manufacturer Association of Nigeria contesting the Ban A electricity tariff review implemented by Abuja Electricity Distribution Company and 11 other entities. The ruling found that the association's suit considered an abuse of court processes, labeling it premature and lacking adherence to the Section 51 of the Electricity Act 2023. The court concluded that the association had not exhausted the necessary dispute resolution mechanism before filing the suit. The national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has thrown his weight behind on the state governor and the governorship candidate of the party in the state November 16 gubernatorial poll. At the APC Southwest Governors Forum meeting in Akure, the chairman urged all political leaders in the state to work in unity. Our correspondent Kikolebo Kere has a report from Akure. I will bring that report very shortly. Now, President Bola Tinubu has tasked Vice President Shettima with leading Nigeria's delegation to the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. It's set to take place in Apia, Samoa. The directive was announced by Stanley Nwoja, the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Communications, in a statement on Sunday. The meeting, scheduled from October 21st to 26th, will bring together leaders from 56 member countries, including King Charles of England. This year's summit will focus on the theme One Resilient Common Future, transforming Commonwealth, and discussions will center on building resilience, unlocking potential, and fostering a digitally connected Commonwealth. Vice President Shettima will join other global leaders in addressing the critical issues such as the global economy, environmental sustainability, and security challenges. And our Amnesty International Nigeria says it has continued to receive reports of human rights abuse, including alleged unlawful detention, extortion, torture, and sexual abuse by the Nigerian police 4 years after the October 2020 EndSARS protests. The nationwide EndSARS protests were held between October 1st and 2020 to demand an end to police brutality, particularly by the now-defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police. The protests, however, came to an abrupt end on the 20th of October 2020 following the loss of lives under controversial circumstances at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos after an alleged shootout by officers of the Nigerian military. The human rights group called on the Nigerian government to address human rights violations by the police, which they noted continue to embolden impunity and leave Nigerians vulnerable to the same violations that triggered the EndSARS protests 4 years ago. The Standards Organization of Nigeria has alerted members of the public to desist from patronizing uncertified compressed natural gas, also called CNG, centers in order to safeguard the lives and properties. The agency's Director General Dr. Ifeanyi Okeke, in a statement signed on his behalf by Folosu Bolaji, the Director of Public Relations, says the public warning became inevitable following the recent explosion of the NIPCO's CNG refueling station in Benin City, Edo State. Dr. Okeke commiserated with those affected by the incident, stating that the agency will not tolerate any attempts to circumvent the laid out standards and guidelines and procedures for the CNG Conversion Initiative. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission says the discussions are ongoing to transfer the management of the national grid to independent system operator in line with the provisions of the Electricity Act 2023 to engender a more discipline in grid management. The commission also stated that an explosion incident at the Jebba transmission station was the cause of the latest national grid collapse that occurred early Saturday. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission noted that efforts to restore supply have progressed significantly with power restored in 33 states and the federal. And our Nigeria's First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu joined family, friends and wishes to celebrate the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired at 90. The First Lady says General Gowon's life of simplicity, humility, grace, dignity, and patriotism to the nation offers hope on the future of the country. The wife of the president spoke at a special Thanksgiving service to mark the 90th birthday of the former head of state at the National Christian Center, Abuja, where dignitaries including the former president Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and the former vice president Shemi Osinbajo, among others, converged to honor the elder statesman. Recounting the virtues General Yakubu Gowon stands for, the First Lady explained she was 6 years old when he took the reign of power, also highlighted his simplicity and patriotism. The Minister of State for Water Resources and Sanitation, Bello Ogorio, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to strengthening the Waters Users Association and public irrigation schemes as a critical step towards achieving food security and economic growth. This was disclosed in a press statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Water Resources, Fumi Awatiyan, at the South-South Regional Workshop on the establishment and strengthening of water resources and sanitations in Nigeria, the event held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And now the Kebbi State government has set up a committee to recover the money stolen from the orphans' accounts. A sum of 2.1 billion naira had disbursed to 1,849 orphans in the state by the World Muslim League through the bank transfer to cater for the education and upkeep. While briefing journalists in Benin, the Commissioner for Religious Affairs, Elijah Mohammed, says some guidance entrusted with the money engaged in a fraudulent withdrawal. It says Governor Nasir Idris has directed the immediate recovery of the money in full and that it should be returned to the orphans. Away from that, President Bola Tinubu has extended warm congratulations to the Oba of Benin, Awari II, has marked his 71st birthday on October 20th, which commemorated the 8th anniversary of his ascension to the throne of his ancestors. In a statement released by the Special Advisor to the President, Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu lauded the reign of the 14th Oba of Benin, noting that since his coronation in 2016, Oba Awari II has ushered a new era of peace, understanding, and civility among the people of Benin Kingdom. The president highlighted the monarch's distinguished career in diplomacy, which has influenced his leadership. Our Sokoto State Police Command has cracked down on a kidnapping syndicate, arresting the prime suspect, 80-year-old Abai Aliyu, who is a neighbor of the complainant from the Borno Hayar area of the Sokoto State. A statement by the spokesman of the command, ASP Ahmed Rufai, says on October 16, 2024, at about 12 p.m., Ibrahim Shehu reported to the anti-kidnapping unit attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, Sokoto, that his son, Sadi Ibrahim, 2 years old, had gone missing since October 13, 2024, at about 6 p.m. The Commissioner of Police, CP Ahmed, reiterated the command's commitment to combating crime and praised the personnel effort in ensuring the successful arrest of the suspect. The Nigerian Immigration Service says it has deployed advanced e-border solutions to over 80 crossing points across the country in its ongoing efforts to enhance the border security and curb trans-border crimes. The Comptroller General of the service, Kemi Adam, disclosed this during a visit to its head office in Abeokuta, Akon State. Adam noted that the deployment marked the first phase of the e-border project to critical steps in modernizing the border surveillance and control in Nigeria. Watching the News Prime, a global television coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, where News Prime returns customs auction the off-seas petrol to Nigerians at subsidized rate. And details of these and more stories after this break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on News Prime. And now to business. The federal government has introduced new bills seeking to exempt a range of essential products and services from value-added tax as part of its efforts to ease the financial burden on citizens. The bill, titled A Bill for an Act to Repeal the Certain Act on Taxation and Consolidate the Legal Frameworks Relating to Taxation, and enact the Nigerian Tax Act to provide for taxation of income related matters, is already forming public discourse. The VAT exemption list includes baby products, locally manufactured sanitary towels, pads, and other items more accessible. The Nigerian Customs Service has disclosed it is selling seized petrol from smugglers in the northern part of the country at a subsidized price. In a statement signed by the acting Public Relations Officer, Katsina Command, Assistant Superintendent of Customs, Issa Bello, the service noted that under its operation, the Wheatie, it has seized up to 12,000 liters of PMS across the Katsina, Kano, and Jigawa axes, which were being smuggled to neighboring countries. The Comptroller coordinator of the operations disclosed that the Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, approved the auction of seized petrol to citizens at the subsidized rate as a strategic measure to alleviate the nation's economic challenges. He further urged Nigerians, particularly those living in border areas, to support the operation by staying vigilant and collaborating with customs officers in the fight against the fuel smuggling and other illicit activities. The federal government says it is discussing with the World Bank the possibility of securing a $500 million loan to support basic education. The loan is part of the World Bank's Hope for Quality Basic Education for All initiative, which aims to improve the learning outcomes and address the challenges of out-of-school children. Expected to receive formal approval by March 2025, the project is a key component of Nigeria's efforts to reform its struggling education sector. Now, the federal government has declared that electricity distribution companies must replace any meter fares out due to a meter upgrade. It declared that though the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission had clarified that though there is no directive to the phase out on installed meters, as claimed, they will soon be out of operation due to an upgrade in technology and users will not be able to vend. The Commission noted that any meter currently being replaced by these customers must be substituted to ensure no disruption to customers' metering needs. The federal government plans to reduce the price of food commodities through the implementation of a 0% duty and exemption from value-added tax on selected basic food items are increasingly becoming difficult to achieve. The challenge is underscored by an alarming increase in the average price of imported food items, which rose to 878.3 price point index in September 2024, reflecting the broader economic pressures. On July 8, 2024, the federal government announced a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities to ensure reduction in the food inflation in Nigeria. The federal government has approved the disbursement of 12.911 billion naira to some parastatals under the Federal Ministry of Health. The parastatals are the National Health Insurance Authority, the National Primary Health Care Development Agency, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the National Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System. The amount was approved at the 8th meeting of the Ministerial Oversight Committee of the Basic Health Care Provision Fund in Abuja. The committee said that the fund was disbursed for the fourth quarters of 2024 based on the current guidelines. And now moving to foreign scene, Senegalese Prime Minister Sonko is calling on voters to give his Pastef party an overwhelming majority in the West African nation's November 17 legislative elections to realize he and the president's plans to transform the state. The Prime Minister told the supporters at the pre-elections rally in the capital, Dakar, the president, Faye needs the electoral victory if he is to implement his policies. Our search and rescue mission has been launched after multi-story building collapse in Kawa West area of Nairobi. Our police said they are not certain if there were people trapped under the rubble after the incident. Locals had detected the weakness in the building and mobilized the residents to evacuate. They even took videos of the 7-story tumbling. Our CEO Elon Musk rallies solo for former United States President and The Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump urging people to vote in a town hall in Harrisburg in the key swing state of the Pennsylvania.
A lot of it is, I think, convincing people who sometimes feel like the vote doesn't matter or it's all rigged or whatever, that actually the vote does matter. And if there's any election in their lifetime that they're going to vote, they should vote in this one. A lot of it is
Elon Musk has emerged as the loud voice in the U.S. politics since taking over X, formerly known as Twitter. And away from that, beaches in the Australian city of Sydney have reopened for swimmers after being closed earlier this week when thousands of mysterious black toll-like balls washed ashore, prompting health concerns. Officials say studies found the balls to be found from chemicals similar to those in cosmetics and cleaning products, but it's still unclear where they come from. 8 beaches, including the Bondi, the city's most famous, were closed, and a massive cleanup of that amid the fears the black deposits were toxic. And Al-Kiba is experiencing a nationwide blackout after its main energy plant failed, knocking out power to its 10 million people. Its power grid collapsed on Friday. The Energy Ministry announced earlier says that they did not know how long it would take to restore the power. The island has suffered months of lengthy blackout, prompting the Prime Minister to declare an energy emergency. And our sports Nigeria's the Flamingos made a bold statement at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in the Dominican Republic with a 4-0 thrashing of Ecuador in the second Group A match on Saturday night at the studio. The Banca Ologwe side dominated their South American opponents from start to finish, securing decisive results that has propelled them to the tournament's quarterfinals, the first team to do so, having secured 6 points from 2 matches. Sherik Moshood scored a brace, opening the score in the 28th minute from the penalty spot and rounding up the match with a goal 6 minutes into added time. Harmony Chidi made it 2-0 in the 54th minute and Pizzafield had the third. About the sport, star Victor Boniface has survived a car crash in Germany. The incident, which involved a lorry, saw the Nigerian international forward rushed to hospital. The 23-year-old had scored a level since 2-1 victory over the Eintracht Frankfurt on Saturday, but ended up in a collision with damages worth up to £167,000. Boniface posted on a video damaged car and his Instagram story showing one of his hands dripping blood after the crash. Major League Soccer side Inter Miami have been named as the latest addition to the FIFA Club World Cup in 2025. The expanded 32-team tournament will be held in the United States in 2025 from 15 June to 3 July next year. A tournament will be made up of 12 teams from Europe, 6 from South America, 12 from Asia, Africa, and North America, with the 2 final spots going to 1 club from Oceania and another from the United States, the host nation. And to wrap up the news prime here on Global Television, here's a summary of some big stories. National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has charged party members in Ondo State to stay united in order to record in the November 16 governorship election. And in business, Nigeria Customs Service has announced plans to auction the off-seas petrol to Nigerians at subsidized rate. RFRC and the Prime Minister of Senegal has said he aims for overwhelming majority in legislative elections. Finally, sports, we told you Victor Boniface has survived a car crash in Germany. And as a package news prime coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. A quick reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365 and Start Times channel 276. Are free to our Nikon sites. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using Global TV NG and all the handles now shown on the screen. Thanks so much for watching. See you again.